channel. My name's Natasha.
My name's Armando.
So welcome to week 3 of the Bachelor Recap. And for this week, we actually saw the episodes separately, and now we're about to discuss it for the first time together. All right?
It should be funny.
It should be really funny. This episode was juicy. Let me tell you that. I feel like, I don't know about you, but like one word that I can say to summarize this episode was, why are you laughing?
I don't know, it's just funny. Go ahead.
All right. One word that I can use to summarize this episode is the Sarah Show. What do you think?
I said the same thing. That's crazy.
Yes.
You said that. I was like, damn, Sarah my baby. But I was
Yeah.
like, God damn, my baby, you a little too much for me.
No, yeah, last week she was like up here. Now, I don't know, she's kind of declining. But let's start where the episode left off, with Sarah fainting. That's when it all started, the Sarah Show. She started to faint, and at first I didn't think anything of it. You know, like, those girls don't eat, so I'm like, oh, she probably didn't eat anything, and she just fainted. She had a one-on-one date. She had the most time with Matt, and she was still feeling insecure and fainted at the rose ceremony. I thought that was really weird.
But think about it, right? If you compete in for, like, how often do women compete for men? Never. Let's talk about first the elimination. What do you think that he just sent that girl home without getting everybody's other? He sent, I forgot her name right now.
Marilyn.
He sent her home, but he didn't get everybody's opinion. I think as a leader, that's just me, I would have, you know, discussed this amongst everyone else and say like, do you concur? You know? But he just sent her home based off someone's word, and I don't think that was good on his part. I had Marilyn really high, and I think Matt kind of effed up on that one. Cause I'm like, bro.
I don't think he kicked her out because of what Victoria said. I think that contributed to it, but I don't think they even had a connection. They didn't even have time that week.
Marilyn was super nice. And then Sarah, she's just a girl from the suburbs that probably never competed with a man in her life.
At first I was mad at Victoria when she said,
she just wants attention, she fainted because of attention.
I was like, oh my gosh, I cut her with some slack. She probably didn't eat and just like fainted. But then we were proved wrong. So I think Victoria's calling out on everyone's BS.
She's Chuck. She could.
I don't know.
She's over for you.
So for this week, there were 2 group dates and 1 one-on-one. So we only got to see 1 group date and 1 one-on-one. So for next episode, we'll have the second group date. But what did they do on the group date?
Yo, so Katie was talking to Matt, right? And I'm like, alright, she alright. Like, you know, great.
What did you think about the date portion though? About the erotica?
I ain't gonna lie, I missed some of that part. So.
You just went right to the after party.
Basically. What do you think?
No, I think it was basically Chris Harrison wrote this book.
Oh, you talking about the book that the guy he said he wrote, but he's trying to promote it? He's really using the show to promote this book.
Book was written in like 2015. He's not promoting this book.
He is, bro. Bro, I know.
They were trying to get Matt out of his comfort zone, so they brought up this book.
Okay. You see how convenient that is? It's called self-promotion.
So basically, they were just sharing what they would do to Matt. And the people that stood out were Katie and Victoria for sure. I don't know what they were saying because they were beeping everything out. All right, so let's talk about the after party of the group date. Now we can talk about the interruption that happened.
I think Katie handled the situation pretty well. There's a lot of like backstabbing in this show, and this is why I realized this is a show for a woman. Cause I'm a man and I'm not really into that, but you know, I'll live. Katie goes back out and like, hey, everything okay? No, it's my day. I don't appreciate you, taking my time. So she said, can I have more time? She said, can I have 5 minutes? She said, no, you can have 2. So I thought that was pretty funny. She said, you can have 2. And then what I liked is how Matt, he kind of like gave Sarah some reassurance, but also let her know, like, there's other people here. Like, I had my time with you. Like, I gave you some attention. I gave you some attention. But I also have to give some attention to others. And I had a great time with you. Not saying I did, but, their time is their time. And I like the way he handled it. That's why I was like, that's a good brother. He's a good brother.
I have some different opinions. Sarah, she was building up to this. She just chose the wrong time to talk to him. There's a time for everything, and she just chose the wrong time to talk to him. And I feel like that was really immature of her. Like, I feel like if you're a grown woman, like, you should be able to hold those feelings in and kind of like, okay, I'm gonna wait until my group date because everyone's gonna get time during the week to talk to him and talk to him about how I'm hurting and how jealous I am, how this is really hard for me. But I feel like it was really disrespectful of her, and I feel like she was putting her needs in front of the other woman's needs because all these other women are trying to build a relationship with him as well.
At the end of the day, her contract has expired. She has to go.
And then we have the one-on-one with Serena P. What did you think about Serena? You didn't see it?
Nah, I missed that part.
He missed that part too.
My fault, I definitely did.
So I think it was hilarious when Matt went to pick up. He's reading my notes. He put his glasses on to read my notes. No, but let me fill you in. When Matt went to pick up Serena, all the women were in the lobby or in the living room. And then Sarah wasn't there.
Right.
And then he's like, where's Sarah? Oh, she's upstairs. This girl has been crying for like 3 days straight.
Who, Sarah?
Sarah was crying for like 3 days straight, and the girls were like,
Yo, she's been crying in her room for like 3 days straight.
she was not mentally prepared for this. Like, she was going through a lot. Matt handled everything so wrong. He literally went to her room and said, you know what? I'm going to talk to you every single day if that's what you need for you to be here. I'm like, what?
He said that for real?
He said that? I'm like, Matt, what? He was like, you know what? I think our connection was very strong. So if you need reassurance every single day, I will give it to you. I will come.
That's what you can't say to a woman.
Exactly. And she was getting exactly what she wanted. You missed that part. You missed the good stuff.
Insecurity is one thing, but if you had a good time with me, just believe in that. I will try to bring God into it. Like, you know, if it's meant to be, God will allow it.
She needs to be confident with herself and be confident in her relationship. Be confident of the time that you already had with him and not be doubting yourself. She was literally crying for 3 days, just jealous of the other woman and them trying to develop a relationship with him too. You really just signed up for this, and if you're not mentally prepared, then you need to go. Then he goes to his one-on-one with Serena, and they basically, I didn't get a lot from her. She wasn't talking much. The night portion of the date, they were talking how he's never really fallen in love. How he's never really been in love.
He probably has, though. I feel like all men have, but we just don't know. Or like, we disguise it because we got our heart broken. He loved her. He was just hurt. That's what it was. That's what I'm saying. Like, people be in love but don't know.
In the house, every single girl is bullying Sarah. The girls were on to her.
I like how Katie came to her defense the next
Oh,
day.
yeah.
She said she's sorry that, like, she don't agree with everything everyone said yesterday. And I thought that was good. I wish she would have spoke up earlier, though. I think it takes a lot of courage to speak up when it counts, not when no one's watching.
Katie was very, very mature. I was actually very surprised because she said, I don't want you to think that you were bullied out of here. And if you have a genuine connection with Matt, I think that you should explore that because I don't want to be his plan B. And then they bonded off their dads, and
Yeah, her
Sarah,
dad died in 2012.
Yes, so Katie's dad passed away in 2012, and Sarah opened up to Katie about his dad having ASL, and Katie encouraged Sarah to be with her dad because Katie would give up anything to just have like 10 minutes back with her dad. So I feel like they really bonded up with that. And then after Sarah decided to leave, like, Katie went downstairs and said to all the girls, like, hey, like, she decided to leave, but we need to be classy, and she's dealing with a lot of personal stuff back home, so we need to be respectful of that. She's my top one, you know? I don't think she has the strongest connection with Matt, but I think that it was really good what she did.
What's your predictions for the top 3? I feel like Bree, Lauren, and Katie.
Katie.
Yeah.
I think
I
Katie's
feel like
good, but I don't think they have a connection. My top 3 are Serena, Bree, and Rachel. I think that's it for the episode. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn on your post notifications, and we'll see you in next week's video. Bye!